It wasn't my job to throw them away. Someone else was hired to do it.
So you failed to properly supervise their sloppy work. And now you want to eliminate the evidence of their negligence. This means an entry into your file.
I don't need the empty carton anymore. It says Fireplace Travel Network Map. It shows a lot of fat black dots connected by lines. Above each of the dots is a name: Seastone, Mage Tower, Entrance Hall, Coaching Inn, Fox's Den, and many more. 3 animal symbols are located beneath each of the dots. I've heard about this. Wizards use a powder to travel through the fire in one fireplace to the fire in another. Of course, this doesn't just work with any fireplace. It must be on the Fireplace Travel Network, and this plan shows which fireplaces are connected to which. My whole family stayed in the White Ridge Mountains. Why would they even want to come to Seastone? This isn't their world. Little Sydney can walk now and reach everything that's on the workbenches. That tripled her invention output. Meggie doesn't build battle robots anymore since the war is over. Now she's experimenting with computing machines, but Grandad said there's no future in it. Wasn't easy to tell them I'm not an engineer but a mage instead. Mum said she'd always suspected it. The way he looks at the moment, he could give Bertram, the world's fattest hamster, a run for his money. But he'll get back to normal. A short nap and he'll be right as rain. That's when I found out Grandad has a whole box of these goggles. Every time he tries to persuade some idiot to do something stupid, he makes a rousing speech and then hands over his old aviator goggles. This is my contract, signed by the Archmage. I'm the first teacher in the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, at least the first since the school reappeared. At first I didn't want to accept. I know almost nothing about magic. But Master Alistair said there are very few mages left, and I had completed mage training faster than anyone else. I was the right person for the job. I wanted to help and learn more about magic, so I agreed. Hopefully that was the right decision. I wouldn't want to disappoint Master Alistair. The entire school building is a bit scary. No one knows exactly where it was the last 20 years. It disappeared overnight and then reappeared just as suddenly once the war ended. There's a lot of magic in these old walls. The stove is always on, for example, and even though I've never put any wood in it. A magical stove is a fine thing in winter, but in the summer, this small room could quickly become sweltering. Ow! That stone is definitely more than just warm. Master Marcus and the Archmage were so busy rebuilding the city that no one had the opportunity to teach me anything about teaching. This box was in a shop window down in the city. I thought it might be useful. After all, there are children with magic wands on it. But unfortunately, it just seems to be a bunch of those tricks, like that old one with Mr. Wupperman, the top hat and the rabbit. A short white rope, a pair of dice, playing cards, and a guide on how to lead people up the garden path. That's just not right. Real magic or none at all. It looked like this before I ever moved in. Generations of teachers must have left their stuff here. I like it. The school has a history and when I have time, I'll rummage through it. A few of the crates and boxes are labelled. Hands off. Property of the half-blood prince. Schrödinger. That box could hold a dead cat. Or not.
According to the register, this is supposed to be a fire maker. Nowadays, we just buy matches. But in Allardyce's time, I guess mages still play hardball defending their firelighting monopoly. Right then, if this gas isn't flammable, then I just don't know. Done! The machine is refueled. Here we go. Eureka! Who am I talking to? There's no one here. Ah, the gas burns with a nice steady flame. And because it burns, it no longer smells. Yes, I could get the fire to the staff room fireplace using the paper, but I should have a prepared fireplace waiting for me when I get there.
This is a good start. However, the paper would burn very quickly if I were to light it. This is a good start. Master Marcus's number won't help me anymore. He's probably already on his way to his live role-playing game. This little guy is trying to get out of the pencil case. He seems to be pretty... Old boards. They're so dry that they're almost disintegrating.
I hope that is not school property that you intend to burn there, Professor Weathervane.
They're just a few old boards.
From the school here?
Yes, but you should have thrown them away.
You should have thrown them away, but you didn't do so.
I thought to myself, why throw away the boards and waste expensive firewood? Why unnecessarily burden school finances?
Good thinking, Professor Weathervane. Carry on.
Wowzers! Even outside the classroom, this job is more complicated than I first thought.
The paper would burn quickly, but I need to know what I want to do with it first. Ooh, a nice flame, but how do I get it to the fireplace in the staff room? Ooh, a nice flame. The paper would burn quickly, but I need to know what I want to do with it first. Master Marcus's number won't help me anymore. He's probably already on his way to his live role-playing game. Master Marcus's... Master Marcus's number won't help me anymore. He's... paper, wood... Now the only thing missing is fire. Do you by any chance have a match, Headmaster Block?
You are a trained mage, Professor. The fire spell is part of your basic training.
Yes, of course.
Or were there some gaps in your education about which I should be informed?
No, everything's fine. I'll just go get my wand. Crap! I've no idea how to conjure up fire.
The paper would burn quickly, but I need to know what I want to do with it first. Ooh, a nice flame, but how do I get it to the fireplace in the staff room? Hello?
How can I help you, Mr. or Mrs.? Enter username.
I bet you're really useful.
Insufficient parameters.
So let me get this straight. I can write on you, and paint, and... Do you know any spells?
No.
Can you give me any tips on how I can do my tasks?
Unless it's about recipes. Probably not.
I like you anyway. Can you be used to play games which appear to be free at first glance, but in the long term empty your pocket and leave you destitute?
No. I am a tool and was not designed for unproductive activities, such as games.
Too bad. Okay, yeah, over and out. Ooh, a nice flame, but how do I get it to the fireplace in the staff room? The paper would burn quickly, but I need to know what I want to do with it first.
I don't know how to conjure fire. Might have been part of my mage training, but I never learned. No, there's already enough paper in the fireplace. No, there's The spell worked excellently. Well, even if the fairies do look a bit... I think I've summoned enough of them for now, though.
The paper would burn quickly, but I need to know what I want to do with it first.
Paper, wood. Now the only thing missing is fire. Oh, hello.
Why have you always got to be in my face?
As you can see, I've swept the hall. Maybe you could collect the cleaning supplies.
You didn't sweep the hall, the broom did. You want to steal the credit, huh?
No, but...
The broom and I sweep everything here, and you want to reap the reward.
You've been a caretaker for long? What exactly are your duties?
I run the place.
Oh.
Nothing here works without me. Just no one notices, that's all.
I see. But don't the teachers and the school administration, etc., have a small share in the success of the school, right?
What success? You've had a look round this dump. It's disgusting. All dirty and run down.
Yes, it's quite dirty here, in fact. But isn't it your job to do something about it?
What do you think I'm doing?
Could take a while until you're done cleaning up the mess, right?
Yeah, if you say so, Mr. Know-it-all.
I bet Council Leader Van Buren got you the job here.
Course, she wanted the best.
Oh, great. I think she'd be perfectly happy if no progress was ever made here at the school.
Know what your problem is? You're a windbag. Bert thinks so too.
Who's Bert?
Buddy of mine, he thinks you're a windbag too.
But I don't even know Bert. Even we just met.
So you're saying I'm lying? That's exactly what Bert, me and the others hate about you.
There is no Bert!
You really live in your own little world, you windbag.
I have to go.
Maybe I'll find another entry on Allardyce.